Go over there with that. Do whatever you're doing. Now, as I'm listening to the members last night, they are now being boisterous, and they wasn't like that before. They just sit there and they just da. If you got to go to a Bible study where you just gonna sit there, nah, man, you ain't learning nothing. How will I know what you know if you don't ask? How am I gonna know what you know if you don't say nothing? But we done got so used to we just sit there and we just listen to what people saying and believe in what people saying and whatever they say. Man, don't do that. Don't do that. Do that. We went into Matthew, right? Nobody don't hear that. We went into Matthew. When you really look at this thing, people, according to what's going on in this 11th chapter of Revelation, right? In the 11th chapter of Revelation, it is telling us about what's going to happen, right? Now, I showed them in Matthew, last night in Matthew, the scripture tells us, and the nations were angry, and the wrath is come, and the time of the day is, okay? That's very important that you understand the time of the day is, that they should be judged, and that thou should give reward unto thy servant the prophet, and to the saints, and to them that fear the name, small and great, and should destroy them which destroy the earth, right? Okay, cool. Now, to have a better understanding of that, we got to go in the book of Matthew. When we go in the book of Matthew, we're going to wind up in the 25th chapter of Matthew. In the 25th chapter of Matthew, he tells us how he's going to separate the sheep from the goat. The sheep from the goat. If I go in the 25th chapter of Matthew, I'm going to give you a better understanding of what Matthew is saying, but you won't pick it up until we get to Revelation. Now, people just be quoting scriptures and saying it. Man, miss me, bro. Miss me with that. Miss me with that. Why? Because how you going to help me to understand what is being said in this 18th chapter of Revelation if you don't go back to the 25th chapter of Matthew? Come on, man. Don't go like that. Don't go like that. Don't go like that. It don't go like that. So now you have a bunch of people be getting upset, be getting in their feelings, be tripping. Come on, man. Why would I constantly follow somebody? Why would I constantly follow something and I'm not really getting no understanding of it? So now, the more I break it down, the more we break it down, the more I break it down, the more we break it down, the better understanding all of us gonna have, right? So now, when I turn the page and I go into the 12th chapter of Revelation, right? In the 12th chapter of Revelation, it's going to tell me, and they overcame him, right? And they overcame him. Who are they and who is him? We got to go back to the 11th chapter. When we go back to the 11th chapter, it tells us who they are. They, the servants, the prophets, the saints, them that fear the name, small and great. Come on, man. Come on, man. We have to get a better understanding of what's being said, or else. All right. So this is why once we really put this thing where it need to be, we're just gonna flow. We're just gonna flow. We're going to go to the 12th chapter of Revelation. We're going to go back to the 11th chapter of Revelation. We're going to go to the 25th chapter of Matthew. In the 25th chapter of Matthew, right? I'm going to show you something. Come here, Matthew. Come here for a second, babe. Come here for a second. You live and you learn. People get mad. People get upset. They're entitled to that. They're entitled to that. Right? Now, watch this. In the 25th chapter of Matthew, right? We're going to look at verse 31 and 32, right? Now, this explains about a good servant and all this, and how he gave 1, 5, 1, 2, 1, 1. But when he get to 31, he says, when the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divide his sheep from the goat. Okay? Go back in Revelation, in the 11th chapter. The nations, they were angry. Now God is separating the sheep from the goat. The ones who were dead, and the ones, the saints, the prophets, the one that feared the name, the one that believe in him. Y'all go over here, y'all go over there. But he's not going to judge the dead until after the 1,000 years of the millennium. And this is all I be saying. This is what I'm teaching you to get a better understanding. So when you read the Bible, don't quote nothing out of it. Don't quote, well, what that's about? Where that come from? Why did Matthew say that, right? So I went back in the 24th chapter. When I go back in the 24th chapter, they asked Jesus, what's going to be of thy coming? What's going to be the signs? How we going to know, right? He explains in 24. After he explained in 24 what they asked him, he gets in 25, and in 25, he's letting them know, I'm going to give you the spirit, I'm going to give you the money, go handle your business. Go handle your money. I'm going to give you the spirit, right? That's dealing with the 5 foolish brides who didn't have no oil in their lamp. The oil represents the spirit, right? So now, after that, he give 1, 5, 1, 2, 1. He gave them money. You have the spirit, you have the money. What else you need? What else you need? What else you need? And in this day and time, you see that's more prevalent than anything, because everything now is all about $1. Everything is about $1. A lot of people who have the dollar don't have the spirit. A lot of people who have the spirit don't have the dollar. But he said, I gave you the spirit, I gave you the money, handle your business. What's the problem? What's the problem? So now, in order to do this like it needs to be done, in order to set this up, God knew what it's going to take. He knew what I'm going to need. And guess what? Boom, boom, boom. Everything falling in place. So now, when we look at the scripture, right? And the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him. Then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divides the sheep from the goat. Back to the 11th chapter of Revelation. Go back in the 23rd chapter. Go backwards. So now, as we constantly reading, as we constantly getting a better understanding of all this, what's the problem, people? What's the problem? I love Wednesday nights. I love Thursday nights, because now I'm getting a better understanding of where the people are. This right now we're dealing with a whole different ball game. This is a whole different ball game. Why? Because years ago, that was people caught up in the pandemic, everybody crying about God, this and that. All right, cool. Then it came through that area. A lot of them went back to doing whatever it was they was doing. Now we fall into an area where some people separating this way, that way. So now, got a bunch of people. Pastor Mike, I just really want to know how to read that Bible. Pastor Mike, I just really want to know God. Pastor Mike, I just want to have a better understanding. So now, they are coming, and they know they have to detox of what they've been told, right? Because now they see, as they read for themselves, I'm putting the scripture in your face. I'm putting the scripture in your face. As they see for themselves, it don't go like that, right? So now we're going to go, boom. Okay, according to the scripture, boom. Okay, however you want to do it, boom. I'm going to go back and forth. So now, as we read this stuff, we will see and we will know better. I'm not going to beat y'all to death with these scriptures. You did? If I go back in the 24th chapter of Matthew, Jesus let us know that many will be deceived. See that no man deceive you. But we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. Never panic, people. Never panic. I'm going to go over this and over this and over this and over this. I'm going to do it several times. so that you would have an understanding of what all this about. I love the cameras on the scriptures because you can read them for yourself. But believe you me, believe you me, believe you me. Say, bro, we not about to do this with the camera on the scriptures. We ain't about to do that in the whole hour, 2 hours. We ain't about to do that. No, we ain't about to do that. We ain't about to do that. We ain't about to do that. Nah. I done figured it out. I'm gonna come on here. I'm gonna hit y'all with this. We're gonna do this. This shouldn't take no more than, at the most, 20 to 30 minutes. At the most, 20 to 30 minutes. Shouldn't be no longer than that. Shouldn't be no longer than that. I'm gonna put the cameras down, and then I'm gonna go back to cutting the food, but I gotta cut the food. So now, y'all got y'all daily teaching. This is how we're gonna do it. 9 to 9:30. 9:30 to 10 o'clock, we just cut the food. Why? Because I can. Because I can. This is, let me show you something, right? Watch this, people. Watch this. Come here, Matthew. Come here, Matthew. Let's get an understanding of this thing, right? Come here, Matthew. I want to show you something. Look at this, right? This is where we are in this day and time pertaining to the word, right? Look at this. According to Matthew, what we at? Matthew 24:4, right? And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. I'm gonna end it right there. I'm gonna pick it up right there tomorrow. That's cool. I'm gonna pick it up right there tomorrow. I promised him that I wouldn't compromise. I'm gonna figure it out. And I spoke life. And I spoke prosperity. And I spoke health. See, I'm about to take these cameras off and come back on.